Well, good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. This morning, we're being visited by our electrician who was here for the entire build of Villa Feliz, and his name is Noel. If you remember, he's the guy that did all the spectacular installation of the generator down in the basement where we did the extension to the ATS using the Cat 6 cord. He was the one that also did all the lighting here. He did all the electrical work, and he did a superb job. That's why I asked him to come today and do the installation of the meter base on the front of the house from about 20 meters down the road at the next lot to our place of residence on the corner of our fence. So let's go ahead and get that installation started and see what he is doing as far as installing an electrical meter base on the front of our house. Now, without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Now, Noel asked me to turn off the main power to the house, so we're going to go ahead and turn off the main power. Now, what you see here is the actual meter base. This is the meter base that the meter connects into. It's the one that measures the amount of voltage that you are consuming inside your house. What we'll do is we'll remove the meter from that pole over there, or bottleneck, or I don't know who's going to do the movement, and then move into this. But right now, what Noel is doing, he's cutting the wires that we have that were already pre-installed with the house, and he's going to remove this meter base that he has right here that doesn't have the contacts. It basically should have had a breaker inside, but all it had was a spliced connection inside there. He's going to remove that, and we'll be installing this meter base right here. Right now what Noel is doing, he's making the connection to the meter base that makes the connection into the house. That's the bottom two wires of the meter box right here, and I'll show you where he's working right now. Then those two wires that are up on the top that are just sticking out, those are live wires. That's the live wires from bottleneck. He'll connect that to the two top sections of the meter base. Then the next logical step is to move the meter from the meter connection down there, move the meter here, and then he will have to splice that in because he is not authorized to make the connection to the number 2 wire, the two big wires up there on the top. So he'll splice it down there. He'll basically do the opposite of what we started with today. Today we had a splice here, and we had the meter down here. Now we're going to move the meter here. We'll do the splice there. We still have a short section, like about 10 or 20 meters of the about 20 meters of the number 6 wire up there. That will be eliminated once bottleneck comes and makes the connection right at the very top of the orange pipe right there. Now, something I asked Noel to do to prevent any problem like the problem we had with the water falling down the conduit on the back of the house from the lighting into our ceiling inside the sunroom, what I asked him to do is at the base, remember I said at the base of the meter base where the conduit goes into the house, let's go ahead and fill it up with silicone, because remember our breaker box, our main breaker box, our main and the ones that go into the distribution to the house, the main is the first place the conduit ends up inside the house. Now it's in the basement, it's at a lower level than here, so if water were to get into the two bottom pieces of conduit that house the wire going into the house, the water could actually fall through that and end up inside the main breaker eventually if it ran down a side, if you didn't have a good seal on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some silicone. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill up the conduit, basically fill the hole inside there that the wire goes through, and make sure that no water ever makes it inside that conduit and follows its way into the house. All right, correction to what I thought was going to be done here. It was something lost in translation. So we are not moving the meter from this pole down here to here and putting the jumper down there. The jumper is going to stay here temporarily. We're going to have a jumper in here. It's connected to the old box down there that Bottleneck moved, and we're going to put the meter back inside that. What I found out, it's not legal for them to do it. It has to be done by Bottleneck. The movement of the meter, the physical movement of the meter has to be done by Bottleneck. So what we will do tomorrow, we will go to Bottleneck. We have to pay our. Well, I think I was in mid-sentence when the battery died when I was explaining about what Noel was doing out there. So I think where I stopped, I was explaining that the local electrician cannot move the meter, specifically the meter itself. They can install a new meter base, is what Noel did, but they cannot move the meter. I guess it's illegal for them to do that. So that's what Bottleneck will do. We'll go out on Monday, tomorrow, and we will stop by. We'll pay our bill, and we'll also do a work order for them to move the meter to the new meter base and do the connection. Hopefully they'll be able to do that quite fast. What I wanted to show you right now, this is the table. This is a table that we picked up yesterday. Remember I said I want to do some kind of finishing, maybe a waterproofing. But what I ended up doing, and I'll let you know how it works. I ordered from Amazon.com in the US. There is a cover that will fit perfectly over the top of this. And it will drop down, it will keep it dry. I really didn't want to change the finish. I really like the finish on this table. So we're going to try it. It's going to take between 10 and 15 days to get here. And then we'll put it on here. But what I'll do with you is I'll show you the experience. What my experience is ordering from the U.S. To the Philippines using Amazon.com and not using Lazada. I will tell you right now, shipping and handling is 50 to 75% of the purchase price of the item. The top was only about, I think, $18, almost $19 U.S. With taxes. But the shipping is like $24 or $28 or something like that. It was crazy what the shipping is coming over here. But I don't know how it's going to be delivered. It said something about Amazon Global Express. I don't know what that is. But again, we'll share that experience with you when we receive it. And see how it actually shows up at a front door if we have to pick it up somewhere. Well, let me show you real quick how we set up the patio out here. I wasn't sure. We tried different configurations. Originally, this table was going to go on the back side facing the garden. I wanted to be able to see the garden, which I can see the garden where we are right now. But Ness said she thought it would look better over in this corner, and it actually does. She had a great idea and moved it here. Let me go around with the camera around the porch and show you how we have it set up right now. As you can see, this configuration works really well. Even moving the chairs. Remember, the chairs used to be over here. We moved the chairs over here with the table, which kind of means we don't need to build the other table. We were going to build a secondary table to put between the chair and the chair here when they were over there. It's not too crowded, and the problem is when I had this table here sitting here, it covered up our nice little detail design for the center of the patio. So now this works well. So anyway, as you can see, the flow of energy right here is good. There's not a lot of obstruction. You can walk through here real good, which is the basis for feng shui. You know, that you don't have any obstacles and you have positive energies as well. So I think this is going to work quite well. And what we'll do is we'll bring some of those plants up here, the citronella plants, I think is what we have, and we'll try to find some places also that aren't too restrictive and start getting too congested up here as well. Hapon, are you happy with the way everything is set up? I think so. The wag of the tail. That is a thumbs up from Hapon. Anyway, we're going to finish our lunch here. We have some ramen. We did a quick lunch. Ramen, and I have peanut butter and jelly over here. You know, my Jif. And we'll do some lunch here. And then the next thing I have to do is those potted plants need to get inside the pots that we picked up yesterday. And I've already started putting some of the palms inside the pot. What I decided to do with one of the pots, or actually two of the pots, is put the palm and put that, what do they call that? The bottle brush as a border underneath it to give it a little bit more thickness at the bottom. And they're also, remember, one of their characteristics is they're supposed to be able to repel mosquitoes. Well, we'll see. So I got one of them completed. I put together one pot right here. And you can see the bottle brush at the bottom. I'm working on the second one, and then when I get done with the second one here, what I'm going to do is I have two smaller pots. I have these two small parts here, and I'm going to put, based on your recommendation, which it was pretty much unanimous, the extra plants that we have out here, these shrubs, and I'm going to put them in a pot. And we're going to put one right here, and then we're going to put one right here. Right, I think we're ready to kind of relax for the evening. Beef stew,
salad.
Salad, rice, a little wine, some salad dressing right here. It's actually kind of nice out here right now. It was a pretty rough day today. It was cloudy and cool, and a little bit of a breeze today. It actually turned out to be pretty nice for the evening.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're going to retire for the evening. We're going to grab a meal on our new...
After a long walk.
We did a long walk around the subdivision. We talked with some of the neighbors.
We're just hungry now.
And so we're going to eat dinner. And then I didn't get to finish those projects that I wanted. Remember, I wanted to do the grouting of the threshold for the bath upstairs. And the other thing that I wanted to do, there was two things I wanted to achieve today. I can't think of, what's the second one? Do you remember?
Wilcon.
Wilcon. Oh, we were supposed to go to Wilcon and pick up the paint, because remember, I want to do the paint of the retaining wall where my contractor didn't finish that project. So maybe tomorrow. That might be a project for tomorrow. But anyway, it's a relaxing evening. This is our first dinner on the table back here on the back porch.
It's
and
nice.
It's nice. It's a very nice evening back here.
Here outside.
I think we're going to put a Netflix movie on here in just a moment and just kind of relax for the evening. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It wasn't a big thing. It was just a little bit of some gardening, I think. I think that was the major project, was doing the stuff inside the pots. But I want to share with you everything that we're doing as we're doing the build here, and the decoration of the landscaping and things like that as well, so you can see the evolution of building a home in the Philippines. Well, again, I hope you enjoyed today's videos, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up, please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom left hand, right hand side of your, on this side over here. No, it's over here. It's over here. This side, on the bottom right hand side of your screen, you'll be subscribed and you'll be notified next time we upload a new video. And until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed weekend.
Bye-bye.
Hindi mo hinawakan. We won't show that.